Welcome back to Legacy Contracts, and if this is your first time here, we're glad you found us. This channel exists for attorneys who sense that something beneath the surface of their firm isn't quite working, even if it's hard to name. Here, we look beyond surface-level efficiency and into the invisible systems shaping how your firm operates, serves clients, and sustains growth. Through practical insight and honest conversation, we help bring clarity to what's often overlooked, so you can lead with intention, not assumption. If you're interested in building a law firm that's not just functional, but thoughtfully designed, you're in the right place. Let's begin. Most managing partners don't struggle because they lack discipline. They struggle because they are carrying invisible weight. Not visible workload, invisible accountability. In many law firms, leadership is not just about overseeing strategy. Leadership is quietly absorbing structural gaps. And over time, that accumulation becomes cognitive strain. Accountability in a law firm is not evenly distributed. Tasks may be delegated, roles may be assigned, but authority, liability, and final oversight remain centralized. That reality does not change. What does change is whether the firm's structure supports that accountability, or leaves leadership exposed to constant intervention. When ownership boundaries are unclear, when escalation paths are informal, when visibility loops are inconsistent, accountability doesn't disappear, it consolidates. The hidden cost is not just time. It's decision fatigue. It's the mental switching between strategic thinking and operational correction. It's the repeated review of issues that should have been resolved 2 levels earlier. It's the subtle erosion of leadership bandwidth. And because this absorption happens gradually, it becomes normalized. Managing partners start to believe this is just part of the role. But constant intervention is not a leadership requirement. It's a structural signal. A law firm functions as an ecosystem. Intake affects workflow. Workflow affects billing. Billing affects cash flow. Communication affects retention. If accountability is not intentionally housed within that ecosystem, strain travels. It moves upward, not because the team is incapable, but because the structure defaults to authority. Intentional leadership does not remove accountability. It stabilizes it. That requires defining decision authority thresholds, installing predictable escalation paths, creating visibility before a crisis, and naming ownership across the full client lifecycle. When those elements exist, leadership still holds accountability, but no longer absorbs daily friction. Accountability will always live with the managing partner. The question is whether it lives there as constant tension, or as structured clarity. The difference is not personality. It's design. If you're examining how accountability shows up inside your firm, this is where the real work begins. We hope today's insight helped bring clarity to something that may have been operating quietly in the background of your firm. Progress doesn't always start with doing more, it often starts with seeing more clearly. Law firms aren't built overnight. They're shaped by the decisions you make once the invisible becomes visible. This is Legacy Contracts, and until next time, keep leading with clarity.